I'm 17 years old and I'm in a dark, quiet room. I'm grunting, I'm sweating, and I'm straining repetitively. I'm in our home gym in the garage working out. My brother's recently got me into weightlifting. It's like this new thing that I'm doing where you lift these weights and you're trying to get bigger muscles, and it seems like super, super fun. And so I'm here, and last week I hit this weight. So I'm going to look around for the smallest little weight. Here we go, and I'll add that in. And instantly it clicks into my mind that this is the way I progressed on RuneScape, on the video game that I've been addicted to for like 10 years. That the desire to make progress has always been inside me, but it's just been brainwashed, manipulated, and stolen by games, so that I grew up leveling up in video games instead of the real world. So I put the extra weight plate onto the dumbbell, put it onto the other one, and I'm doing bicep curls and literally just thinking where I could have been in life if I started this mindset earlier of leveling up in the real world instead of in the virtual world. Now, there's something super interesting in that same study, the marshmallow experiment. They found that if they complimented or criticized the children for their performance on their work or school, it changed how much they were able to resist the marshmallow. So right here, right now, what do you think would happen if we complimented you, like 4-year-old you, on his little schoolwork whilst you were trying to do the marshmallow experiment? You know, you've got this one marshmallow, but if you wait 15 minutes, you can have these two. If we made you feel good and we complimented you, you'd be much more likely to delay gratification. But the little kids who were criticized and given negative feedback for their schoolwork, they were far more likely to be unable to resist and just eat the one marshmallow right now. And that really made me think of the concept, and you can probably relate to this, of like the somewhat lonely and shy video gamer in high school whose teachers keep giving him like bad grades, and every now and then they shout at him and he doesn't feel like good in school. He keeps getting this negative feedback. And so he goes home and plays video games. Of course he does. Because with this like quite inhumane education system, some kids don't perform well in it. I didn't. I always got like quite below average grades, like D's and E's, and there was a couple of F's and everything. And my family are quite high performing in this. You know, I'm brown, so my brother performed really well. He got A's and A stars. My sister performed really well. She got A's and A stars. And here's me, like the dumb kid of the family, underperforming every single day, every single exam, underperforming than my brother and my sister, getting compared to them. Getting shouted at by my father. Oh, you didn't study for this one. You didn't revise for this one. Teachers telling me, being angry at me. Sometimes I wasn't able to understand the test or the homework. So imagine that in my life. Where am I going to go other than the virtual world? Because in the real world, I'm failing. I keep messing up. People don't like me. My friends keep like essentially bullying me. Girls don't like me. Teachers are shouting at me. My dad's shouting at me. But in the virtual world, I'm a dragon slayer. In the virtual world, I'm doing quests and killing demons and Dracula and vampires, and I'm doing cool shit. And, I'm quite a high level in there because I've been grinding. And so when I do meet other people in these video games, they actually respect me and give me status and compliment me. A young man is just going to go where his status is higher. He's just going to go where he's complimented and where he feels like a sense of social connection and brotherhood. And when we don't feel that in school, then you are going to go to video games. You are going to form that sort of peer circle of gamers. Can we blame these like teenagers who are totally addicted to video games? I think we have like quite a negative perception of games, don't we? When we look back, we get angry at how much we played them. And that makes me quite offensive to gamers, the way that I talk about them. But I don't even mean to, honestly. Like when I get angry at like video gamers, it's more that I'm just talking about my younger self. But then when I take a moment to reflect and take like a deep breath, I realize it's like, should we be angry at our younger selves who wasted so much time in the virtual world when that was genuinely where he was accepted most? Was it the problem of our younger selves? Or was it a problem of like probably the education system and maybe our parents? And it's not good to place responsibility onto them. But when you're a child and you're 10 years old, it's like, we're not going to put that much responsibility on a literal child right now. Because if school was more engaging, if I was more involved in like sport, or, I was asked and encouraged to be more into sport and I was trained there, then I'm sure I wouldn't have been as addicted to RuneScape and Minecraft. And I played those games for literally like 15 years straight, hours every day, over 10,000 hours in video games. It's often said that to master a skill, it takes 10,000 hours. And all video gamers know this. It's like you've probably put in 10,000 or maybe more hours into video games. You could have mastered a skill and become at a world level for this one sport, for example. And instead, it's just spread amongst all the games that we have on Steam. So this effect that when you're given negative feedback, it reduces your willpower, your ability to delay gratification. That is very bad for us, but we can actually reframe that, because if we're given positive feedback, if we're given compliments and we're made to feel happy, then we will get like an improvement to our ability to be able to delay gratification and wait for the second marshmallow, and to improve our willpower. And so we can take control of this ourselves. We don't need to wait for the teachers to compliment us. We can do that ourselves. You can do it. Like when you've been hitting a workout, you can manually say positive thoughts in your mind. Often you have to manually, forcefully say like positive things in your brain because they don't often come up naturally. So here you are, like you've just done a workout and automatically your brain is just thinking about high school, it's thinking about, irrelevant things, stupid thoughts, everything, it's just whatever. But you can take a few seconds to think, yes, like you can say the words in your brain, like forcefully, I've completed the workout. I feel awesome. I'm so proud of myself for completing the workout. I've studied today for 25 minutes. It's not like as much as, other people do, but it's quite a high amount for me. So I'm proud of myself. I'm happy. It's of utmost importance that someone, honestly, that's fucking sad, but it's of very much importance for everyone, but especially for children and teenagers, that you're hearing some of these positive words. And I'm so I'm sad for you that you're not hearing that from the people in your life, and from school, from teachers, from parents. But our sadness is not going to help us here. Proactiveness is. If other people aren't implanting these positive, happy, joyful words into your mind, then it's your duty to do it yourself.
You liked this video, so go and watch the full guide because it took me weeks to make and it will genuinely change your life. It's popped up as a card. Go click on that right now. It's also a link in the description. Go click on that right now.